program, we would like to welcome the chairman of Pakistan People's Party, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, and other dignitaries. Thank you. We would also like to extend our thanks to parliamentarians, media people, filmmakers, producers, directors, students, volunteers, and all art and film-loving citizens of Karachi. Mr. Chairman, just a quick recap of the last 4 days of the event. We have had film screenings of over 20 Pakistani films, panel discussions, debates, and dialogues on various aspects of filmmaking. We had an art exhibition which displayed many pieces on peace from over 22 countries from all over Asia. I would be honored to announce that the festival is dedicated to Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. A round of applause. Today, we have with us Azalia Rai, all the way from Canada, to pay tribute to Reshma, the eternal gypsy. I would also like to request Jamil Sahab and Salim Sahab to accompany her.
When I first stepped into Lahore, I saw your mother's picture everywhere. We are mourning a mother's loss, and I understand that very well. I lost my own mother not more than 2 years ago. This is from my heart to your heart. I am extremely honored. I'm extremely grateful to your country, and I'm extremely elated to be able to sing on behalf of Reshma, the voice, the eternal gypsy, for your mother, Benazir Bhutto. Thank you. बिछड़े अब की तो हम बस कल परसों जीऊंगी मैं कैसे जीऊंगी मैं कैसे इस हाल में बरसों Thank you. It's a great honor. I just want to say this. Your mother is a great inspiration. Your mother is a great inspiration to every woman on the globe.
Now I would like to invite Syed Sardar Ali Shah, Minister of Culture, Tourism and Antiquities, to present the welcome note.
Honorable Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari Sahib, my colleague ministers, parliamentarians, and galaxy of film stars, filmmakers, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you all and good evening everybody. This is my proud privilege to welcome all of you in Karachi that used to be called the City of Lights. Its lights and colors went dimmed with years' long wave of terrorism. It has been fully controlled by our provincial government with the assistance of all state institutions under the patronage of our party's young and dynamic chairman, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, who is undoubtedly emerging as the real hope for the future of Pakistan. Your very valuable and gracious presence today signals very positive and encouraging message to the audience of film fraternity here and outside that PPP always stands with the real, true and soft image builders of Pakistan. It is the only and everlasting solution to counter the menace of extremism. Only culture and its connectivity have the final say to say goodbye to fanaticism and extremism. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's theme, Karachi Sabka, Karachi for Everyone, spoke all about itself, and it is pluralistic society in Karachi that interlinks and harmonizes all races, languages, and religions all together. I am very glad to share that under the auspices of our Ministry of Culture and Tourism, every other day we have events like the literary festivals, food festivals, craft festival, theater festival, film festival, musical programs, literary sittings, and such as other programs in a city that is no more the target of terrorists, mafias, outlaws, and gangsters. Ladies and gentlemen, taking liberty of this opportunity, let me invite to all of you to consider making films and documentaries also on our centuries-old civilization that spread over the banks of mighty Indus River from Himalayas to Arabian Sea. The ages before and after the Indus Valley civilization to the present times also offer another opportunity not only to document but to revive our richest past for the intellectual prosperity of generations to come. Lastly, I want to reassure you that since last 8 years, I mean with the passing of historic 18th Amendment, the cinema is now a provincial subject. We need you all out support to make it truly devolved by making more films and arranging such festivals that promote films, filmmakers, and the film industry. Once again, thank you very much.
Now I request Yusuf Bahar of Changing Perspective Film Festival from Turkey to share his experience.
It's a great honor to be invited here, to be sharing the same stage with such honorable people. I would like to talk to you about what we do in Istanbul a little bit so that I can compare what we do here in Pakistan. The reason we do film festivals is that we want to bring the artist and the audience together. And it's not always the artist and the artist together. It should be people who don't have the chance to watch these films. Because these films, they tell stories. The reason we share these films with extraordinary locations, it's not only like the most beautiful cinemas and shopping malls and everywhere. We want to go everywhere. In our festival, in Changing Perspectives, we prepare everything and we send it all over the world. From Sao Paulo to Yogyakarta, from Berlin to Copenhagen, from New York to Vancouver, like we want to just spread the movies of young filmmakers, short filmmakers from everywhere. We want to share our stories together. You hear people chanting for war many times everywhere. In my country, in your country, in all the countries around here. And you ask yourself, if these people would watch movies that show the result of the war, like what happens to the families, to the children, to people, to soldiers who go to war, you would never ever think that they would chant for war. If they would see movies like Kite Runner from Afghanistan, if they would see movies like Come and See or No Man's Land, they would not feel the need to chant for war because they would have a sense of empathy. That's why we are here. We want to know so that we can have the empathy. That's why we send the movies everywhere so that people can have the empathy. They can have an understanding of each other. And with this understanding, the tolerance would come. And with the tolerance, we would reach peace. We come from the countries who already paid big price for peace. We lost our friends, we lost our super important icons who are ambassadors of peace. So now without going to arms, without going to aggression, we have to share the same understanding. And we, the filmmakers, that's what we do, that's how we can share our ideas. We come together with the festivals. My time is ending. So I would love to say thank you everybody in the Asia Peace Film Festival. It was a great honor to be here. And I would like to finish with one sentence from one of my favorite songs from the band called Sham 69. If the kids are united, we will never be divided. Thank you, everybody.
Next, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Bhopati Nalan from Sri Lanka, a critique and a screenwriter. Please give him a big hand.
First of all, I would like to thank for inviting us for this year. I was here me and Danushka from Sri Lanka, we were here in last September also, in Islamabad. This is my second visit to Pakistan. So thank you very much for organizers. I think film festivals are not for mainstream cinema. Film festivals are always for alternative cinema. It have to be for alternative cinema, whether it is happening it like it or not. And I think Pakistan filmmakers are the most important collaborators. I think they should be the most important collaborators for this kind of film festivals. And I think they will find a path to build a very new way of presenting Pakistani life and Pakistani politics, as I said, beyond state ideologies and beyond market-oriented ideologies. I wish Pakistani cinema, alternative cinema, art cinema will expand their audiences as well as they have some audience for politics. So again, I would like to thank the organizers for organizing this kind of a festival, and I wish the next Asian revolution in cinema will happen in Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to call Antonio Valente, Director Evanca Film Festival from Portugal.
Every organization of this fantastic film festival, friends, no friends of Facebook, but friends, because every people in front of the screen. Today it's the last day of these fantastic days. These fantastic days, we do have a possibility to think peace and think cinema, and mixing cinema and think. And this is equally of this fantastic enormous screen that you have in this theater. This screen open possibility of think peace and cinema. No this, but similar of this screen, big. This is absolutely new with this fantastic film festival that you have in your city. Thank you very much. It's beginning of the bridge between Portugal and your country, and please continue it with this mixing peace and cinema. Shukri.
I would now like to request Masooma Ibrahimi from Afghanistan, also a filmmaker, for her valuable views.
I attended to this festival by three main reasons. First one, this is first time that I visited Pakistan, and it was really enjoyable for me because Pakistani people, my sister, my brother, were too kind and hospitality. And second option, because the name of this festival was very interesting because peace. A main things that we need it really in our country and in Asian region, because we have a lot of problem about conflict in the world. And third reason, I really would like to meet another filmmaker when I'm from another country, and I really do like to learn more about Pakistan, media, filmmaking, and talents. Thank you so much.
Now, I would like to request Milana from Bosnia, a film director, to come here and tell us what she feels about Karachi and what she feels about Asia Peace Film Festival.
Assalamu alaikum. Salam. I am from Bosnia. My home is very far from Pakistan. I don't never ever think that I will get a chance to visit Pakistan. And what I can say that I never meet people like you, so friendly and so kind, and I know that I have a lot of friends, new friends from Pakistan. My country, Bosnia, was destroyed in the war, and I know how people suffer during this time. Part of my life, I lived in Syria. Actually, when started the war in the Bosnia, I left my country. I was separated from my family 10 years, and after peace returned to my country, I returned to my country. But I like Syria like my second home, because people from Syria accepted me like one of them, and I hope that you will accept me like one of them. What I can say about Asia Peace Film Festival, as I say, my country was destroyed in the war, but we don't have a film festival like Asia Peace Film Festival. I can say that we must learn from you, and I will try to do something to share with my friends to make festival like Asia Peace Film Festival, Festival for Peace. And I am thankful for Asia Peace Film Festival, and I will hope that we will continue our cooperation, and that I will visit Pakistan years by years in the future. Thank you so much.
We are honored with the presence of His Excellency Ivan Amri, Ambassador of Republic of Indonesia. I would request him to please come up here and say a few words. Mr. Ivan, please.
The Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Jardari, and when I was young, I know his mother very well from the history of Pakistan. And his mother and his grandfather is very dear to Indonesian. And when she was the Prime Minister of Pakistan, she visited Indonesia and met with the daughter of the first Indonesian president, Mrs. Megawati Soekarno Putri, and he is also one of the women president of Indonesia. And they both share the same vision about the importance of promoting peace and stability, not only in their countries, but also all over the world, and in particular in Asia. So once again, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be here to talk with all of you. I'm not a filmmaker, of course, but I frequently saw the movie. So this film festival, as far as I know, is the continuation of what has been organized in Islamabad last year. So we are really thankful to the committee by giving the opportunity to Indonesian to participate. For me, as a diplomat, who the main job is to be the bridge between Indonesia and Pakistan, sometimes or most of the time, I have to convince my own people at home to tell about the positive dimension of this country, which is I like very much to be posted here in Pakistan. Because in the perspective of history, we are belong to the first country who opened diplomatic relation with Pakistan in 1950. And my president, the first president, is the first head of country for foreign country who came to Pakistan in 1950. So we have very deep emotional attachment between Indonesian people and Pakistani people. The role of APFF is even more relevant today as we are living in the world with constant changes, which provide both daunting challenges as well as the opportunities. So as peace is a public good, it is responsibility for all of us to pursue it in order for peace to present in our daily life everywhere in the world. So the role of the filmmaker is very critical in spreading the values of peace. So thank you once again for inviting me to be here. So thank you. Pakistan Jindabad. Thank you.
Now lastly, I would like to request Mr. Chairman to come up here and say a few words.
Shukriya. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be part of the grand finale of the Asian Peace Film Festival, Karachi edition. I welcome you all, filmmakers, directors, writers, actors, artists, academics, researchers, and other distinguished members of this creative community to my beautiful cosmopolitan city of Karachi, the cultural melting pot of my country, Pakistan. I want to thank the multi-country consortium of APFF for co-hosting the Karachi edition of the festival, and especially for dedicating the spectacular initiative to my mother, Shaheed Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto. The land of Sindh is the land of Sufis. We have always believed in and spread the message of peace, tolerance, and coexistence. We are infused with the belief that we must accept diversity and respect diversity, and that this embodies the true spirit of our national character. Finding unconditional acceptance, today Sindh is home to the majority of Pakistan's minorities. My mother, Shaheed Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto, completed her book, Reconciliation, Islam, Democracy and the West, just a few days before her assassination. In her book, she did not only lay the onus of understanding on the Muslim world, but also suggested some critical thinking for the West in an effort to create common grounds for intercultural and intercivilizational dialogue. A Chinese artist once said, "Creativity is the power to act," and I completely stand by that. Indeed, through creativity, one can reject the past, change the status quo, and seek new potential. The Pakistan People's Party has always been the only progressive and enlightened force in this country. Whenever in government, we've not only promoted the arts, but have actively encouraged artistic expression by providing avenues for the same. I must confess that when I look around me today, I am sad to see that our traditional public spaces have been shrunk and cultural spaces eroded by extremists and exclusivist ideologies. I am determined to claim the vestiges of art and culture and reignite the flame of creativity and cultural self-expression. I urge all segments of society to unite so we can give our people a new direction, a space to celebrate diversity. I'm determined to successfully reclaim the cultural spaces ceded to the extremist groups, not just in Pakistan, but across the world. We need to strengthen our ideological positions on the question of extremism. I believe we need to look and deal with extremism as a source of terrorism. It is imperative that we, as a people, stop glorifying violence in our lives and on our screens. We must deepen the process of reconciliation and contribute to developing a united yet diverse culture. This is all the more important because diverse communities require spaces that provide opportunity for discussion, dialogue, and active listening. I am confident that the Asia Peace Film Festival is a step in the right direction. I suggest that the Sindh government take such film festivals to the grassroots level, creating spaces for people's cinema as an alternative amidst the noise of corporate and conflict-driven media. There are numerous stories waiting to be heard. There are so many visuals waiting to be captured, and there are countless peripheries waiting to be explored. I'm sure that with this initiative, an alternative cinema would be able to mainstream the various perspectives and experiences of diverse communities and societies. I congratulate all the artists whose exceptional work has been selected for screening at the Asian Peace Film Festival. I also encourage those who submitted their films to continue to raise their passionate voices through their exceptional art. I'm delighted to be a part of this initiative, and I wish you all the best in this exciting endeavor. Thank you very much.
The creative community of Asia Peace Film Festival has prepared a small souvenir for Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. To present this artwork, an oil painting depicting Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto as an icon of peace, I would like to request Amina Ansari, the painter, Amjad Bhatti, and Yasir Qureshi to please come on stage.
A mural here with us, painted by some selected students from Art Council and Karachi School of Arts. This mural has been painted under the guidance of Mehreen Hashmi, who is a visual artist and a curator. It would be presented by the chairman to the city of Karachi and to Mr. Saeed Faisal Eidi.